David, it's a huge weekend of racing ahead. We've got 24 acceptors from Friday through Sunday, so let's get straight into it. We'll briefly touch on Moonee Valley Friday night. Red Fez is a $9 chance in race 2 after an average first up run at Caulfield last start. Blinkers go on.
Yeah, we rode her a bit close. The blinkers will improve her. The barrier's going to be a bit tricky. There's a bit of rain about, never been on rain affected ground, but I can tell punters her track work's been outstanding.
Spacecraft in race 3 over 1500, huge run last start, a track specialist but drawn poorly. He's $5.50.
It's interesting, I prefer him to draw out because he can go across to the lead in his own time and he doesn't have to burn early to get there. Look, he's great each way odds. I think he's only missed a place in 11 or 12 starts once at the Valley, so you'd think he'd been each way special. And if he gets left alone in front, he should win.
Race 6 in the Stut Stakes sees Honey Steals Gold run second up over the 1500, $15.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this horse. I'll be disappointed if he doesn't run a place. We're going to make a decision after this race whether we go towards the Guineas or the Spring Champion Stakes in Sydney. So we're expecting a very good run.
Grand final day at Mornington. Who do you like in the grand final?
If it's wet, I like Fremantle, and if it's dry, I like Hawthorn.
Okay, now on to the racing. Race 1 at Mornington over the 1200. Nika Moray was beaten a half head on debut. Yeah,
she ran really well. It's going to be wet at Mornington, but if she handles it, she'll be right in the finish.
Race 3, She's Missing over the 1500.
Yeah, she needs to step up a bit, but her track work has been better, and I think as the days are getting a bit longer, her coat's improving, and she might be one that can improve a bit.
Race 4, Beyond Infinity, has had a little freshen up and drops back to the 1200 here. Do you feel that's his pet distance?
Yeah, look, we've freshened him, treating him as a sprinter, and if it's wet, it won't worry him. I think he's been very competitive.
Race 5, Rotham Heath has drawn 17 here, but steps up to the 2000, which should suit him.
Yeah, he's been working very well. He's a stylish horse. The form out of his race first up was very good. I don't think the wet track will bother him. Just he'll need a very good ride from that barrier.
Race 6, Why Not? The $13 chance with Ladbrokes here, and the mile and a half looks right up his alley if last start's anything to go by.
Yeah, look, he was the best closer in his race. He came from well back in a 2000 and was charging home. I sort of really like him at the mile and a half. I don't think he's an each way special.
Caulfield we're racing on Sunday. Bull Buller runs in race 1 over 1400. She's looked very good this time in. She's $3.80 second favourite here with Ladbrokes.
Yeah, she's on trial for the Guineas. She's got plenty of weight and a good filly to beat in the Huntress, but she should be in the first 3. With the claim of Kayla Nisbet, should get a lovely run.
Race 2 over 1800, Green Roller, building up towards the mile and a half races this spring. She's $5.50 here. Yeah,
it's a good competitive mares race. She's a last start winner, and she'll get better as the races get longer.
Race 3, Goldoni steps up to the 2000, drawn barrier 5. Do you expect him to take more of a position?
Yeah, I would expect him to be racing in the first 3 or 4. 2000's probably still a bit on the short side. Track work excellent. When he gets to a mile and a half, I'll really fancy him. But if it does rain, this horse grows a leg.
Race 4 over the 1700, Bass Strait was luckless behind Fiorente last start. The bookies haven't missed him. He's $2.40 favourite.
Yeah, look, if the weight for age form holds up, he's going to be very hard to beat in this. There's a couple of nice horses in it. Shoreham was very unlucky last start. His run was a lot better than it looked, as was Bass Strait's. Look, I would expect him to win.
Race 5, Alzora is second up and stays at the 1400.
Yeah, maybe a bit on the short side. Big weight, bad barrier. Look for her running on.
Rose Patton in that same race probably has the fitness edge on Alzora.
Yeah, she has at this stage and a better barrier. I would say she'll be right in the finish. Her last run was very good.
Race 7, Fast and Rocking, $6 here. Do you expect him to bounce back after the run the Golden Rose?
Yeah, I really do. I've been very impressed by his work. We just rode him too close in the Rose. Look for him sitting about 4th or 5th, a bit more relaxed, and he should come over the top of them. I think he's a horse, because of the failure back at Caulfield, he'll be really good.
Race 8, the Group 1 Sir Rupert Clark, Pago Rock, $31 chance here with that Ladbrokes. You had this race in mind for him for quite some time.
Yeah, I've set him for this race for 6 months, and look, he didn't get a crack at them last start, but finished full of running. That might be a benefit going into a Group 1, that he had a nice easy run before the grand final. Look for him running a lot better than the $31.
And you're on the money last week with the best bet. Gregor's getting up. Where are we going this week?
Yeah, gee, it's very tough. Obviously Bass Straight, but he's a bit on the short side. I think I like Bull Buller.